Hey everyone, Jason Weckerle here. In this video, I fished about 4 different mornings to compile this video through a really nasty cold front, and it was tough fishing. I caught some bass, I caught some pike, but it wasn't until that bluebird sky and the cold front moved out and we got some cloud cover and some wind that the fishing really picked up. You're gonna see how I caught these fish during the cold front, fishing slower finesse baits like plastic worms, and you're also gonna see a good crankbait and swim bait bite for northern pike once the clouds moved in and the warm front moved in. I hope you guys learned something from this video and enjoy the content ahead. Let's get fishing. Well, it's a beautiful morning. I haven't had any bites yet, but I see some fish coming up. So I'm going back to my car right now to grab some lighter finesse technique-based stuff like smaller plastic worms. I'm gonna start throwing top water and we'll see what happens. Hope for the best. Always got to be a motorcycle or some loud car that goes by when you're filming. The trials and tribulations and pains of being a YouTuber. Let's hope we get some fish. I'm gonna throw this Rapala around, a whopper plopper top water, and I'm gonna throw a Rapala skitter walk, which is their version of the head and Zara spook. And if that don't work, I'll try some wacky worms, some bass jigs, see what happens. Got one. Oh, just lost him. That sucks. That felt like a 2-3 pounder. Just a really deadly technique when you can just twitch that Rapala right on the surface, let it settle. Just let the ripples die and then twitch it again because it looks like a dying minnow. One of the best ways to catch bass on top water. And a lot of other species of fish. Let's give this spot a break and just try around here, around these boat docks. There's been a lot of boats driving by. That was the third one in a few minutes, so I'm gonna give these fish a rest. All right, since that Rapala original got my first bite, I'm gonna try that. Big fish just jumped behind me. Ooh. Oh, you guys just missed what just happened. I hope that was on camera. I just had a nice sized pike. Oh man. Little butter. Just seen a muskie swimming by. That was really cool. There's just absolutely fish coming up everywhere around here. I seen about a 32-inch muskie swim by. I had a pike or a small muskie come after my Rapala. Lost a bass. The fish seemed pretty active. So I'm gonna throw that Rapala lure a couple more times and then switch to a Zara spook, Rapala jitter or skitter walk, whatever, and a whopper plopper. See what happens. I'm fishing over kind of a gravel bottom with sparse weed cover next to a really thick weed bed that drops off to the right of me over here. I'm gonna try this Rapala skitter walk. Top 3 favorite topwater bait for me. Always seems to produce something. Give it a pause every once in a while and then get it going again. There are a ton of bluegills down here. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see them or not. Oh yeah, you can. Just a ton of bluegills. And my lure right there is colored like a bluegill. I love using blue. Ooh, big carp. 2 big ones. Now you see what I mean by big fish swimming around. I'm gonna go try down by this bridge to the left of me and see what happens. Since I don't seem to be having much luck with topwater right now, I'm gonna try this little bass jig, green pumpkin, with a Zoom crayfish pincher trailer on there. It's just, I believe this is a 1/4 ounce bait. I like to trim the fiber weed guards a little bit just so I can get a little bit hooking, a little bit better hooking ratio. But let's see what happens. Sometimes you gotta go slow and finesse on these fish. There we go. Oh, I just frickin' missed him again. I don't know if he's small, large, I don't know. Keeps picking the bait up, pounding on it, and then right when I'm about to set the hook, he lets go. What a disappointment when you just keep missing fish. I missed 3 of them now this morning. Technically 4 bites if this one wasn't the same fish that bit twice. Let's see if I throw back in there with like maybe a wacky worm. All right, I'm gonna show you guys a little trick here. If you're using wacky worms, like this is a 4-inch green pumpkin, buy yourself one of these tools. They have these O-rings that you put on there with this little screw lock system. You slip that worm into the tool, grab yourself an O-ring, and you want that O-ring to be pretty much dead center onto the wacky worm. And then you just take your fish hook and you just plant it right under the O-ring, just like so. And you'll save yourself a lot of wacky worms from being ripped up and lost. This is just a green pumpkin 4-inch wacky worm. Basic stuff, 10-pound test braid, Power Pro braid to a 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader. Sometimes if you get a bite or two from a fish on one lure, they get sick and tired of it, so you can just convert to another lure. Sometimes turn that fish into a feeder, if that makes sense. They call it a throwback bait. Got him. There you go. Little guy. So that's who's been messing with me with salad stuck to his head. That little guy right there. But it's still a fish. Hopefully that's not what was messing with me, but I'll take him. It's better than nothing. So I've just got fish number 1 on the green pumpkin wacky worm. Got another one. Ooh, that feels like a good fish. Oh, lost him. Damn it. Got one. little bit nicer fish. I got a net right next to me and I'm sitting here pulling them up like John Gillespie. There we go. Not a bad fish at all. Again, caught that on the 4-inch wacky worm, about a 14-inch bass. Got another one. This one's smaller. That's because it's a rock bass. Little tiny rock bass. Look at that. Oh. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Let's get his little butt back. I'm just letting that bait sink down on the bottom, leaving it sit and giving it 2 or 3 twitches of the rod tip. Sometimes I pause it for up to 20 seconds, but that pause is key to getting bit. Sometimes they'll hit it if you're overworking it, but slow it down. Got one. This is a bass, this is a monster. And I got a boat coming through here, so I hope you don't cut me off. Start? Yeah, it's a good start. Not a bad fish. Oh, what a beautiful fish. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. All right, so I just caught a really nice fish on that wacky worm. 4-inch green pumpkin. About time I got a nicer sized fish. The mosquitoes are absolutely horrible this morning, so I'm definitely spraying on some deep woods off. This company doesn't pay me to say this, but this stuff keeps the mosquitoes away from me better than other bug sprays. We are here and the lake is looking absolutely beautiful. Nice, flat and calm. I'm gonna try this 5-inch green pumpkin 1/8 ounce shaky worm. See if that works. Got him. There's one. Little Mr. Northern Pike. Look at that. A pike with a taste for shaky worms. Ah, man. I was hoping he was a bass, but he will give me back my worm, damn it. With a little Northern Pike, we'll get him back. That's a start. This wind is absolutely nasty. It's blowing in here. It's like 15 to 25 mile per hour gusts. Was not expecting that, but I'm hoping I can still catch some fish, besides one little Northern Pike. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit it. He's got some friends with him. Oh, that was a big fish. We're gonna go get my wife pretty soon and go try another lake. too many boats came through here this morning, and I think everything's just kind of spooked. Or it's the high pressure bluebird skies. This weather plays a major role when it comes to fishing. Well, now I have my wife with me, and it took her about 2 hours to get ready. So it's like 4 in the afternoon. No, I'm just kidding. It's only about 45 minutes after I left the lake before and didn't catch a damn thing other than a pike. It was alright, it was fun, it was frustrating, but we're gonna go try a spot. We spotted out some smallmouth yesterday when we were out walking. What do you have to say with your glasses and hat and your smile? And you're trying to protect yourself from the sun. You know, someday we're just all gonna burn up, right? From spontaneous combustion, from not catching fish, so let's catch some fish! Alright, we're already spotting smallmouth bass. There's like some deep trenches around here. There's a nice one over here. I'm gonna get him. Ah, man. He came after it. But then that stupid water skier out there scared him. So since these bass are being really lethargic, I like to hand tie these black marabou jades that are about 2 3/4 inches long, 3 inches at the very most. I also tie them in green pumpkin color, but I'm gonna give this a shot. I've caught many smallmouth on this. This is a big tournament winner out on the Great Lakes or the crystal clear lakes here in the north. Let's see if these fish will go after this. I'm gonna try this jerk bait before I try a marabou jig. I just want to see if I can get a reaction bite. Ooh, just missed one. Ah, that was a hard hit. Oh, missed him again. Come on, dude. All right, I'm gonna try the black marabou jig. You want to fish this on no more than 10-pound braided fishing line with an 8 to 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader, and you just keep it rolling steady. You don't have to jig it. Whoa, look at this guy. He's got some sort of power surfboard. Back to the future shit right there, man. These marabou jigs also seem to work really well when there's a mayfly hatch and the fish get really stuffed full of mayflies. For whatever reason, they mistake the marabou jig for some sort of bug larva or a mayfly larva. Got him. On the marabou jig. Man, you really do have to work it slow today. Oh, he's a wicked pisser. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was. He's alright. Well, we caught one smallmouth, but these fish literally have to be tempted right now. It is a tough bite today. Well, my wife and I are gonna head out this morning. It's been a very tough week. It's literally taken about 4 trips to gather a video for you guys. That's how much the weather's been up and down. Bluebird skies, high pressure, super clear water, tons of boat traffic. It's just not one of those good midsummer weeks of fishing. Hopefully this morning is different. It looks like we might have some cloud cover finally, because it's been tough. You guys have seen me lose a lot of fish, catch a few fish, but I want her to catch a fish, and we're gonna get out and see if we can make that happen. I am going to throw a crankbait onto my crankbait rod. I had this topwater tied on, thinking it was gonna be calm, and it's windy as hell out. So I figured maybe nice Weckerle DT6 would do. This is my selection of baits here, jerk baits, crankbaits. I'll go with this bluegill colored DT6. My wife is gonna use this perch pattern, super realistic perch pattern, strike cane Kevin Van Dam jerk bait, because her floating Weckerle is not casting too well in the wind. Right now I'm just fishing this crankbait on a Skeet Reese series rod made by Wright and McGill. It's a crankbait rod designed for crankbait fishing. I love using it for topwater too. And I'm just fishing it on 12-pound monofilament line. Oop, got one. Got one. Yep. Oh, pike. Oh, oh. That's all right. Nice. It's not a bad pike. All right. First fish of the morning, about a 27-inch pike. And I caught it on the Weckerle DT6 crankbait. Let's get this guy back. Woo!
He was ready.
Yeah. All right, got pike slime on my hands. That was a good start to the morning. I'm using this Weckerle DT sits. DT means dives 2, so it dives down to 6 feet. And I can just feel it bumping along the rocks on the bottom. And that pike just hammered it. My wife is back here throwing a Strike King suspending jerkbait. She had something come after her lure too just before I caught my fish, so maybe this wind is helping. Oh, got one. Wow, this is a big fish. This is a big fish. What is this? I might have a muskie or a snake. Oh, big pike. Or wait, is that a no, that's a big ass pike. Here, get him in the net. Wow.
You really fit him.
It just popped out. One cast after that last pike, I caught this big gator. This has to be 32 inches long. Absolutely fought me like a beast. Super nice fish. All right, let's get this guy back. Look at those teeth. Wow.
Ooh, he's ready.
He does not want me. There he goes.
Yup. Good job.
Wow. 2 casts in a row, 2 pike.
I'm good luck.
I'm kind of speechless given how slow the fishing has been this week. Hopefully I can keep up that momentum. That's why go fishing anytime you can. Even during tough weeks and weird weather. It can be lousy one day and great the next. Ooh, just had a bite again. Got one. Another big fish. really big fish. I don't know. Another big pike. Or is it? Yeah. Get the net in the water and ready. Woo! I think you need a DT crankbait, babe. That's another big one. Another northern pike. Can't believe it. Wow, that one might be big as the last. Look at that.
Wow.
Let's get some pictures quick and let's get this one back. All right, on the DT crankbait again. So I'm gonna tie my wife on one. There he goes. I'm gonna give the crankbait a break for a little bit and try this green pumpkin bass jig. I colored the tips of the crayfish pinchers with an orange garlic marker, a Spike It garlic scented marker. I'm fishing this on 10-pound fluorocarbon, Seeger fluorocarbon, and a Shimano Claris jig and worm rod, or worm and jig rod. It's a 6'8" medium action rod. And this is an Abu Garcia Black Max. I don't tend to spend $300 on fishing rods or anything, but I think if you can get a good combo for 100 to 150 bucks, that's not bad. My Skeet Reese combo, the yellow rod you're seeing me catch the pike on, the crankbait rod, I paid only 80 bucks for that rod and reel, and it's lasted me about 7 years now. Caught me a couple thousand fish easily. I love that rod, and I love this rod. I also have a Shimano Claris walleye rod. That's my favorite jigging stick for jigging for walleyes. Got one. There we go. What is this? Another pike? What the heck? On a freaking bass lure.
It's a little guy.
Pike are definitely active.
Yeah.
Well, I got another northern pike that had a taste for crayfish, because I switched over to a crayfish bait. End up catching a pike again. I'm not complaining, I'm having fun. My wife's got one. Feel big?
Yeah.
Keep the tension on him. Bring him home, babe. Is he fighting good?
He's fighting good.
Nice pike. Yeah, babe, there you go. You finally got one.
I know, right?
Good job, babe. All right, babe, you got one.
Yep.
Finally, it's a nice one.
It
That's
is.
like 27, 28 inches.
Mm-hmm.
A good
Teeth.
mouthful of teeth.
Yep.
All right, let's get that fish back. Nice one, babe. My wife just caught her first pike of the day. I'm letting her throw the DT crankbait while I'm experimenting with different lures right here. I have a 1/8 ounce 3/0 size VMC swim bait hook, a weedless swim bait hook with a 4-inch Kitech Easy Shiner. I found that the VMC swim bait hooks fit this 4-inch Easy Shiner the best. I mean, as you can see, that's a perfect size hook. It's got like a little screw lock system in it. And I just let that sink to the bottom and slowly reel it in. Oh, oh, stupid little pike. Just had that sucker. Oh, got him. That is, oh my God. Oh my God, a little snot rocket. That's the size I'm used to catching out of this lake. Oh man, that's funny. Well, I just caught that last pike, the little one, on this Easy Shiner, Kitech Easy Shiner 4-inch. Again, that's a VMC 3/0 size swim bait hook and a 4-inch Easy Shiner. I had a pike a little larger than that one swipe at the bait like one cast before that. But my wife just made a point that I was seeing a lot of bluegills this week. I even showed you guys in the video, and we haven't seen any bluegills really today at all. And there's a billion pike in here feeding. It's like, I wonder why the bluegills aren't out. Maybe even the bass are on their toes. Weather plays a huge role in success or failure in fishing. We have cloud cover and wind on a crystal clear lake in the morning. That's a recipe for success. Literally, oh, there's a bluegill. Follow. Yeah, one bluegill just followed. He's like, yay, you scared all the pike by catching them. Now we can come out and play. Oh, got one. Oh, lost him. That was a good hit. My wife is trying a Rapala Etz wrap. She thinks that the fish have to forget about the bluegill crankbait for a little bit. Got one. Another pike. God, these pike are really hungry today. Don't bite me off, please. I want my hook back. Oh, he inhaled that one. Look at that. He wanted it. Another nice pike. This one pissed me off a little because he bit my line and he's got me bleeding. Well, that last pike bit me up pretty good. Always bring a first aid kit with rubbing alcohol wipes, band-aids, Neosporin, because you never know if you're gonna get cut up. But this is the Kitech Easy Shiner 4-inch, and I'll show you guys how I rigged this. This bait actually has squid scent on it, but this hook has a little screw system on it, and you just put it as straight as possible through the tip of the bait, just like so. Make sure the white belly is facing downward, and then you just kind of bend it a little and bring that hook right through the top of the bait, just like that. Easy and simple. Let's catch some more fish. Wonder if there'll be pike. So my wife just discovered that there is going to be a storm today, so that's why these fish are fired up. It says cloudy this morning, scattered thunderstorms developing this afternoon, high near 85, winds west 10 to 15, which is bull crap. These winds are more like 15 to 25 right now, but that is what is firing these fish up, the cloud cover and the wind. This whole video, you guys see firsthand how weather plays a massive role in fishing either sucking or fishing being great. Let's catch some more fish. Oh, got one. Another pike. I'll probably just flip him up. There we go. Right on that back hook.
Yeah, but today.
Another northern pike on the DT6 I don't know how many this is today, but I've seen so many northern pike follow. I've caught so many fish today. I'm having a great time. Let that little bugger go. Ooh, that was a musty. That was a musty that just jumped. I saw like the full like white lawn belly. What is it? There's a little tiny bass. Here's a bass. Got, oh, rock bass.
Oh, there you go. That's a pretty nice one.
Yeah, not bad. I saw him hit it and everything. That's a big one. So we pull up to our fishing spot and we've got some friends. Hopefully Mama Goose isn't still protective over her babies. We are back out one last time for this video, and it is bluebird skies again. Yesterday we absolutely smashed the northern pike, but now it's bright, sunny, bluebird skies, calm, and well, yesterday we were talking about how the bluegills were like non-existent. Well, bluegills are back again. And that might mean the northern pike are maybe resting or moved to another area, because yesterday it was like there was no bluegills around, and that's very unusual for this spot. But hopefully we catch some fish today. We've been casting for about 15-20 minutes and nothing's happened yet. My wife is over here sitting in her chair throwing a shaky worm. She thought maybe some finesse soft plastic would work. I'm gonna throw that bluegill crankbait again. Let's hope for the best and let's see if we can get a couple more fish for this video. Fish just jumped right over here. We see fish moving around. We see bluegills, but I haven't seen any bass swim by. We've had no bites yet. Just goes to show you how every day is different on the water. So I'm gonna shut up and start fishing. Oh, got one. Oh, little pot. Oh. Oh. Look what you did, you little jerk.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
You can see him?
Yep.
What a jackhole. I just saw a big bass go
Butthead.
by. Yeah, I can see him. Lost the first fish this morning, and it threw the lure right back at me. It was just a little pike. Seen a nice bass swim by. Ooh, I just had something. Got one. Northern. See, that would be a pickler. Well, just caught this little snot rocket. First pike for this morning, but I lost another one similar size. There he goes. I've caught so many pike on this crankbait, there's holes literally in the paint. It's a holy lure. Got one on a wacky worm. A bass. I don't need the net. Ah, there we go. So there is some bass around.
Maybe that's the one you saw swim by.
No, the one I saw swim by was much bigger than that. Nice.
You want
Decent little largemouth. Caught that on the green pumpkin wacky worm. I got that on there with an O-ring, which I believe I showed you guys earlier in the video how to rig this up. But when things get tough and they're not chasing lures, slow down. I bet you if I fished with soft plastics more when those pike were biting yesterday, I probably would have caught more bass, but I was having too much fun with those northern pike. My wife's got something. Oh, bait pike. Hope he doesn't have it in his teeth. Is that set too tight? Here, can you... There we go, that's a nice one.
Really nice one. That might be bigger than the one I got yesterday.
Yeah,
It was big.
that's a nice one, babe.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go.
See all the weeds on him? Like he was buried in there.
That's a skinny one.
Find this little,
There we go, babe. It's a nice fish. It's about 29 inches long and 2 pounds. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's a 4-pounder.
Yeah.
Skinny guy. All right, get him back. There we go. Nice. So my wife just caught a pike and I put my rod down and my wacky worm's in the water. I go back to my rod, pick it up. There's a rock bass on my line. There's a lot of rock bass under here. I could probably put it on this side. Yep. That's a warmouth bass. That's, yeah, he's not even hooked. Ah! That's a bluegill and largemouth hybrid. Got one. Mr. Bass with a hook in his ass. Well, you got the big fish of the day so far. I've got a couple fish myself, but they were all dinks. It's definitely tougher than it was yesterday. You saw that? Like a little pike. This video turned out to be a really good video. This has been one of the toughest weeks of fishing I have had in a very long time. So this video was compiled from about 4 separate trips. I fished the same spot. I knew there was fish here. I've caught bass, pike, panfish. I tried a couple other spots and caught a smallmouth or something. The weather plays such a huge role in fishing, it's ridiculous. All it took was a warm front to roll in and some clouds and wind. It made all the difference in the world. There's even a boat that went by and the guys said they lost a few big fish. And I hope you guys got some education from this video about weather, about fishing techniques. Go fishing anytime you can if you get the time. But the thing is, if you have the time to play the weather, try to pick cloudy days with some wind blowing around. Try not to fish those bluebird sky days. And if you're dealing with clear water, especially like we have in all these Waukesha County, Racine County, the Milwaukee area lakes, we've got some very clear lakes. Like if I dip a glass into this lake, it looks like tap water. It's so clear. These are the type of lakes where sunrise, sunset, and night fishing excels. You could go out here and flip docks for bass during the daytime, catch them out of the shade, maybe fish really deep along the weed edges and catch some. But I can guarantee you, sunrise, sunset, and nighttime, you're going to be catching your biggest fish and the most fish. I hope you guys enjoyed this week of fishing. I fished my ass off for this video. So like, subscribe, show some support. Every subscription and every single like counts, and it's very appreciated by my wife and me. We spend a lot of time making these videos. A lot of money, a lot of traveling. We just hope you guys support the videos and enjoy them. There's going to be cops driving by now. They're coming to arrest me for catching too many pike. No, just kidding. But good luck fishing. Stay safe and take care.